going on, y'all? It's your boy Wisco Madman coming at ya with another reaction video. If you guys haven't already, please be sure to smash that like button down below. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, and be sure to flip the notifications over to all. Now, we're checking out some Nate Poore here. This one's called The Fishing Hole. The special thing about this one is I just did a live with Nate last night. Got to meet him and learn about his journey and what took him from just being a high school kid to reacting with his dad, now music. Like, that's fucking awesome. So I got to, off of a screw up, I reacted to the short version of this song, the one that he had put promo on his channel, and didn't realize it. It's actually, this is a 4-minute and 52-second song, something like that, and the one I had reacted to was like a minute and a half. Nate informed me it actually was only really the hook, and I fell in love with it then. So that being said, I had already caught the hook before I did this reaction with him, but I got to do the reaction with the artist himself, and I really thought that was fucking dope. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump up in it. Yeah, dude, just the short version that I checked out was dope, and that's why I made the comment I did. So now I'm gonna have to fucking trash the original and do a I'll do a review of this.
Yeah. So you didn't actually hear the verses. You actually just heard the chorus at the end. It's a good. I mean, it's a good 4.5, 5-minute song.
Yeah, I see that 4:52 on here, and it's man, I'm disappointed now. Like, I found the wrong goddamn one, and I was like purposely making sure I did the reactions before I had you on, because I was like, I need to make sure I catch up so I can be up to date on everything, you know. But.
Well, I'm glad that we talked about it. So now you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I'll get that fixed, man. For anybody in the chat, anybody who's been asking about Fishing Hole not being on my YouTube, I'll get that fixed and I'll get it on my YouTube, because at this point, too much confusion, and I get it, with distribution and everything, they're only going to put it on the topic page. So I just need to put it on my YouTube, so that everybody who just goes to my YouTube, all that traffic can see Fishing Hole there.
Right off the bat, I'll say, just with the strum of that guitar, and this is like, I've had some people complain about this pausing thing, but I can't help it, man. Like, I notice different things like that, and I'm like, this is where I gotta say shit. So, the way the strum of the guitar, like that, almost that cutoff type sound, each note, I love that. I love that effect. It's those subtle differences that people do that I absolutely love. In this case, is this you playing, or is this you had somebody play for you?
Yeah, that was an instrumental.
Okay, got you. Mouse. Okay.
Lot of shit been going on, but I still make it through. Enter my gate and then you'll know that I've been making moves. I know I'm just an artist that some people listen to, but still I sing the blues. You'll never know what someone else does till you're in their shoes. I never knew how stressful life could be, it's damn and cruel. Don't want to sign a label, but I'll play a game of pool. Russian roulette too. Cause I've been moving through my life a little too fast. Feels like I've been riding with the heat full blast, with the windows rolled up and they won't go down. Lord, what I wouldn't give to have a beer with my dad. And that would turn on to many more Keystone. Lots of rains and pours would sit down on John's River bank, throw some lines in the water and hope the fish bait.
you know, that's another relatable thing for me. Keystone wasn't our pick, but I know of it. And similarly, like for me, it was Bush Light. That was our family's
Yeah, I
cheap beer
always,
of choice, like being
yeah.
out fishing, fucking got the 30 rag there.
Man, that's I grew up around, you know, dad drinking Keystone Light, man. That's what he used to drink before he got into the Wild Turkey 101. So it was Keystone, man. So
Oof.
that was where I came up with that, man. What I wouldn't give to have a beer with my dad, and you know, many more Keystone Lights, rains it pours. You know, I've never personally sat down and drank a Keystone with him, but one of these days we will.
Hell yeah, man. Hell
Shout
yeah.
out nephew Jamie in here.
Yeah, shout out to nephew. Um, but yeah, it's a dope line there. I like that because it's, again, it's country boy relatable, and it's things like this that it's hit and miss whether you have a mainstream artist that catches on to things like that. You know, it's something I'm noticing a lot more with the mainstream artists now is that it's a disconnect, dude. Like
Hmm.
they have their certain things that they all reference, but if they're not actual country boys, you can tell real quick.
Yeah, 100%.
The smoke rolling out my two-seater 93. Fill her up with gas and take it to the back streets. Ain't no cops catching up on me. We're taking curves so fast that it's hard to see. We'll take a ride to the side of gravel. LS2 makes her hard to handle. Low profile, tires dodging potholes. My perfect life will be sitting by the fishing hole.
You know, and I called that one out too when I was on the short, that LS2 that comment about LS2 or whatever, that was relatable too, because for me, I grew up with Chevy. That was always the thing. And like my best friend dropped I forget which LS, but he dropped an LS in his Ford Mustang, which that was always the thing to do. Fucking LS swap just about anything.
Yep, yep. That's what we got in the truck.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, dude. Um, is that a mod that you guys did on the truck, or is that what
That
came
was
with it?
pre-done. Yeah, that was what was already done to it.
Oh,
But
when you
it was,
guys bought it used, it was already done.
yeah, there it was Ryan's, the truck that Ryan gave us,
Oh,
the
gotcha, gotcha.
93 GMC. That's where I said
Yeah,
the smoke rolling out
I
my
think I remember
two-seater
that. Yeah,
93. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I think I remember hearing about that. Him giving you the truck there.
I saw a comment and somebody was like, trucks are meant for off-road. And I was like, listen to the chorus. I'm saying take a right to the site of gravel.
Yeah,
Gravel is not, it's off-road. And
yeah,
dodging potholes, I'm talking about being off-road. Like this truck it's a lowered truck, but it's been in a
yeah.
fucking mud park. Like, what
I
the
was gonna
hell?
say they're just talking shit because they don't see in the truck
Yeah.
and they don't realize that,
Yeah.
like,
I was like, that's
country boys do
hilarious.
country boy shit. It might look like a pavement princess, but I'll go wreck this shit. Fuck it.
I thought that was funny as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, the fishing hole, the fishing hole, the fishing hole. I've been contemplating life and where I wanna be. Somehow the road gets too foggy, but still my eyes can see. I've been around the bend a couple times, but still I need to find my place to be. Ain't got no water cause my floorboard's broke. My house was vacant for 2 years, now it's growing old. I stopped to look around a second, but I stopped too long. And then my pipes froze. And now I got a lot of weight on my chest, got me feeling like I'm getting old. Almost 20 now, and it's crazy never being when to break a fold. I feel like I'm in a generation where not a lot having no soul. Work ethic ain't coming, so I gotta be one to make a mold. Next kid's coming up, I just want y'all to know that if you ever need someone to talk to, look up to the Lord. We've been in a bad time, now it's grind time. Can't nobody ever take our shine. We're the future of the universe, stepping up, take a second, got a little time, but we still gotta let it sink in. Look to the sky when the weekends, thankful for the Lord and the lending hand. Show respect to elders, cause we needin' them. It ain't easy growing up, we never know when this life could end. It's our time to step up and be the change. We can live forever, never look to then.
You know, the thing I'll say about that verse, and I'm gonna do my best to remember, because this is something I'm gonna work on with my reactions, trying to let verses play through instead of cutting them up. But the thing I like about that verse is the references to a lot of relatable stuff. I already said, like, just from the short that I had checked out, that it was really relatable, and you get into the verses and it's just that much more like really country boy shit, all, respecting the elders, and you give a shout out, which mad respect to this shit, because not every artist does this. Like, very few artists actually do this, even though you and I both know, like, church does this shit all the time. Giving tips to the up and comers, shouting out the up and comers, giving them that inspiration, be it in your music, be it in comments, be it in what. That's so fucking dope, dude. Like, that shows a humbleness about an artist that a lot of artists miss out on.
Yep. Yep. And I mean, I'm an up and coming artist myself. I'm 19,
Yeah.
almost 20.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm just starting out myself, but I already understand, like, there's a lot of people that get it, that have a misconception about it, and they don't really realize what they're doing when they start out, especially as a kid, starting out young. And I think that's even how I was starting out. I've just started to realize over the last couple months, um, you know, the impact that I have and the impact that I could have on my generation of people coming up in the music industry. Um, so I actually want to be somebody that those people can look up to, that people my age can look up to, and be like, yo, this dude's doing it, so can I. And it's so simple. Um, you know, it's just that simple lifestyle, man. That simple lifestyle is just, it's a blessing, and if you keep it that way, instead of trying to do too much, you'll see you'll see such a brighter picture in the future, instead of trying to put too much into it. I try not to focus too much on what I'm doing, and just let it flow. you know just let it happen as it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like we talked earlier. Um, and I want to comment on that, because you keep it real, like, you're realistic about your thoughts on this as far as being a new artist. You're an up and comer yourself, but the comment I want to make back to that is also, sure, you're a new artist, but number one, you're already in the game. You've already released stuff, you're already working on this stuff, you're around other artists and stuff like that. So you have that insight alone, way different. Say, if I wanted to be a rapper or something like that, you already have that experience, so I can look up to you that way. The other thing is the way you started off. Just as I talked earlier in this hangout session, like, dude, you started off like a fucking rocket. I mean, coming out with FJ, coming out with My Name's Nate, which is like, who the fuck drops a song like that amount of talent as their first fucking debut? Like, really? that was something I looked at. I was like, how the fuck is this kid this good already? Like, damn.
I think a lot of people, because I had talked about doing music during the time where we was doing reactions. I was like, yo, I'm gonna start doing music one of these days, and y'all are gonna see a little bit of what I can do. People didn't realize, like, I've been in this, I grew up in it, and I can do it. Like, I think
Yeah.
a lot of people doubted that. And I've
Yeah.
laid all those doubts to rest and been like, yo, I can do this, I can do rap, I can do country, I can do all this different stuff. And, you know, I think people are just now starting to realize like this kid's not leaving. Like,
Right.
this is serious.
This is
So
his passion. This is what he's
yep,
gonna do for
yep,
real. Absolutely. And yeah, man. Dude, one of your first songs was a release with FJ. Like, come on.
yeah,
That's FJ's. Even though I said, like said about my experience in reacting to him, I was a latecomer to his music, sure. But it didn't take me long to realize this motherfucker's a straight up OG. Like, he's got hella talent. Like, that
yeah,
is saying something when that's your first feature in one of your first songs. Like, damn.
yep,
And then it's
yep,
just like he gets you into music, like, get your ass on the mic. Just go do it.
yep, yep.
And I'll highlight if I can figure out where my mouse is, I'll highlight what your dad said there. Calling back to before.
Being in a mud park, yeah. Yep,
Yeah, like, dude, that truck was in a mud park with the FJ Outlaw.
yep.
Oh, that's fucking dope. But I
Smoke rolling out my two-seater 93. Fill her up with gas and take it to the back streets. Ain't no cops catching up with me. We're taking curves so fast that it's hard to see. We'll take a ride to the side of gravel. LS2 makes it hard to handle. Low profile, tires dodging potholes. My perfect life will be sitting by the fishing hole. The fishing hole. The fishing hole, the fishing hole, the fishing hole. Smoke rolling out my two-seater 93. Fill her up with gas and take it to the back streets. Ain't no cops catching up with me. We're taking curves so fast that it's hard to see. The smoke rolling out my two-seater 93. Fill her up with gas and take it to the back streets. Ain't no cops catching up with me. We're taking curves so fast that it's hard to see. We'll take a ride to the side of gravel. LS2 makes it hard to handle. Low profile, tires dodging potholes. My perfect life will be sitting by the fishing. We'll take a ride to the side of gravel. LS2 makes it hard to handle. Low profile, tires dodging potholes. My perfect life will be sitting by the fishing hole. The fishing hole. The fishing hole. The fishing hole. Fishing hole.
that shit's fucking dope, dude. That's like having the full song to it just makes it that much more impactful, that much more relatable. Like, I already thought that just from your hook. I mean, it that was the hook that I obviously heard in the short. And dude, you know how to put together a hook. You know how to make it something relatable for sure. Like, that's no doubt. Like, just it's truly impressive. Truly impressive.
I
I wanted to
appreciate that.
highlight what your dad said too, and I almost highlighted it during the song, but you both grew up with a studio in your house. Like,
Yep.
that's fucking dope. That's really being connected to the music.
Still have I still have all of the studio equipment and all that my grandpa used. I mean, it's old studio equipment, man. I mean, old mixing
Yeah,
boards and speakers and all kinds of stuff, pianos, guitars. I've got all that stuff that he used to have, and
it's
it's
awesome.
it's crazy, man. Like to think that we really did grow up in this and we're still in it. it's a blessing, and I mean, once again, it's meant to be, man. That's why I say
Yeah.
my focus is music. That's
Yeah.
this is it for me. Like I'm going to be doing this forever. Like
And with that said, like, how appropriate that one of your come out songs was Manifest. Like, that's absolutely like I wanted to say there, Manifest Destiny. You're making your way in music, and you're not going anywhere. You're gonna make an impact. I have absolutely no question about that, man. Like, I meant that when I said it earlier on in my music reactions to your stuff. And yeah, it's it's not often you see a kid your age already at this level. Like, and you know, you can look at some other kids that are starting earlier and stuff like that. It's We didn't see your progression to this point. We didn't see all the practice, all the time you might have taken in the studio, the passion time with yeah, um with all the experience you've had through your childhood with this. And it's clear that that shows just in your abilities and your talent on the mic, for real. Like, you can rap, you have that gas pedal, like, you came out with the fucking speed. That was the other thing too. Like, I'm sitting here like, damn, dude can already put the shit together to put it together with speed. It If you've caught enough of my reactions, you know the way to get to me is to do it fast and not like what people criticize, the mumble and all that. No, you're enunciating, you're on it. Like, you're just sitting there like, I hear all the words, but holy fuck, my mind's blown.
yeah, yeah. And I mean that's with like I haven't really been doing as much fast stuff here recently, but you know, it's coming
Yeah.
in the future.
If you guys like that reaction, please be sure to smash that like button down below. Side note, if you want to catch the whole live with Nate, link will be down in the description below. Please be sure to come tune into that. Check it out. Some really interesting stories that I got to hear about his life, different experiences he's had. And man, you're never too old to learn from people. No matter what age they are, like, you can just be fascinated by their life story. So I definitely recommend checking it out, guys. But thank you guys for commenting, sharing, subscribing. Be sure to check out Nate's page down in the description below. And as always, Nate and I both appreciate you guys being here, checking out his new song, and hanging out with me. We will go ahead and catch y'all on the next one. Peace.